Hi guys, it's Rich again with the final part of our GT3 Power Pack test drive series, and in this video we have the Radical RXC GT3, I think that's what it's called. And until this pack was released, I'm going to be totally honest, I didn't know it was even a thing. And how incredible does that look? It looks prototypey. It looks like LMP2-ish, you know, with its how it looks. And I mean, I guess it's just a Radical with a tin top bolted on, so it adheres to GT3 standards, I guess. Powered by a Ford EcoBoost engine. I'd be interested to know what the specs are on that, if it's like a low literage engine. But there we have it. It's a turbo. Very cool looking car. Very cool looking indeed. I've not actually touched this car yet, so this is really going to be a first impression video. I fancied driving this in the series I'm in. Maybe for season 2, if there is a season 2. But I like the detailing on it. I like how it's different. It looks like it's going 100 mile an hour standing still. Love the aero details there with that that wing there. Is that a Venturi tunnel? Is that what they call those? And then this being also like a wing there. Not too dissimilar, I think, from how like Ferraris of 2017 on F1 have got it. Obviously with that being a side pod in the Ferrari, which it isn't, I don't think, in this. I don't think it's got a radiator in there. Doesn't look to have through that gap there. But a very cool looking motor. Very racy indeed. Interesting. It almost doesn't look like it should be on the same track as the Bentleys and the Mercedes and things like that. So let's see how it drives. So here we are in the seat of the Radical. Interesting dash position. Radicals tend to be central. It doesn't feel as small as I thought it would. I thought it'd feel really enclosed. I've just realised I can look backwards. I didn't realise I could do that. But yeah, let's go out. A very conventional circular steering wheel. Let's see how it sounds. Whoa, oversteer. It almost sounds like diesel-y. I don't know if you guys are getting that. It doesn't sound like particularly high revving. I don't think it is. Wow, oversteer. I like how you hear the turbo start to whine. A whistle rather than whine. But I do like the engine sound for what it's worth. It's nothing, I mean, I've never heard the inside of one of these, but it's nothing like remarkable. But I mean, as daft as it sounds, I like that it's its own sound and it doesn't sound like another car that I've driven before. It doesn't, from memory, sound like the other Radical that's in the in rFactor 2. Very grippy there. No hint of oversteer on the power. .164. So again, top speed BOP, bang on. it does feel much lower and smaller now I'm driving it than the other GT cars. It's very stable. Again, fairly neutral. They've done a good job with the base setups, Studio 397. A little bit oversteery there on the power. But really, in the series I'm in, the people I've seen talk about it aren't too complimentary about it. I've not driven it in anger for times or anything, but it certainly feels like it would be competitive. I've seen a couple say it's the worst in the pack. Out of that Parabolica type corner, I've got the most confidence out of all the cars in this. It just seems to have great downforce. And possibly the longest gear ratios, because I had another gear there. Very neutral handling. Great out of the box. It's unlike anything else in the pack, I think. I'm super impressed with this. While the Corvette was very neutral and very nice, this feels very racy. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure in the Corvette video I said about just wanting to drive and drive it. I certainly get that feeling in this as well. It feels like you could just lap and lap and lap and always feel like you could shave that extra tenth of a second off and not be annoyed you're not getting it or anything like that. You just want to drive it more to get that extra speed because you know it's there somewhere, you know? I hope that makes sense. Interesting sounding engine, it really is. Then again, I've just noticed my lap time, and I am lapping like 5 seconds slower than at full quali pace in my Bentley. But I am talking and trying to... Got 165 there. I'm braking late into turn 1. Very stable, very good. Bit understeery just there. Just testing the limits there, trying to get the power on early. See how late I can brake. Nearly as late as the Bentley. I'm using the Bentley as my frame of reference because I've driven that so much. So, genuinely not being biased. Yeah, I'd say, like the McLaren, this has got a tendency to understeer out the box, but not in a chronic way. You can certainly tweak the setup to help that. Very untidy lap, but I was testing it. Lovely car, very unique as well for the GT3 field. Cool, really like it. Went down to first gear there. So then guys, this brings the first test drive series to a close. Please do like and subscribe and things. We're nearing the 1,000 subscribers. I'll be really happy when that happens. It's only a matter of time, but I'm hoping to make some good content, compelling content that people want to see. Ooh. So if there's content you want to see me test drive, show off, then please do put it in the comments, and I'll make sure to try and get hold of it and make a video on it. Mod or paid, all sims apart from iRacing, because as explained in another video, I don't have an iRacing subscription currently. But yeah, and don't forget to check out our website at pitlanes.com, because I'm going to make sure that's updated regularly with sim racing news and other good stuff, like series that are going to be kicking off and things like that. So it's a good resource for you. And your support is appreciated. So until the next time guys, thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this little mini series, and I shall see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.